What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chris here. I'm back with another video. It's going to be wrestling related, so it's going to be fun, but I've got to do this one. I've got to do this one, and it's about not wrestlers in particular, it's about wrestling. Particularly about the moves that we're seeing done. And this came up today because I was watching Forbidden Door last night, and I kind of checked out after a while because after the Young Buck, the Elite match with the Blackpool Combat Club, I was like, I can't with this anymore because at a certain point, one, you're doing too much in your matches and it becomes ridiculous, and they go on for too fucking long. There's a point to where a match can go way longer than it needs to, and you're like, okay, enough. This has to stop now. It's time to wrap this shit up, B. And this match got there about 15 minutes in. I was like, why is this still going? Dear God, can we end this fucking match? I'm at the point now where I never want to see another Elite match again. If I never see them again on my television, I'm good. I'm done with it. Especially the Young Bucks. I can't anymore. I can't. I fucking can't. Their matches are all the fucking same. There's no difference between what they do from match with random ass tag team or big match. It's all the same shit. Okay? They don't. It's the same shit. It's boring. It got boring after that 15-minute mark. I'm like, how long is this gonna go? So that's my thoughts on that. Other than that, the other matches were okay. Bryan Danielson versus Okada was fucking fantastic. But the match I want to talk about is Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. And I want to talk about, in particular, the Tiger Driver 91 spot. People need to realize something. If that move was maybe a second away from Kenny Omega being carried out in a fucking stretcher, I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to downplay what happened. That almost went horrifically bad. Okay? And I need everybody to stop for a second. Stop blowing the match as the greatest match of all time. It wasn't. Stop giving it 50 billion stars, Meltzer, because it wasn't that great. It was good, but it wasn't great. For me, it was meh, because I've seen better on fucking house shows and fucking TV tapings than that match was. Straight up. Okay? Straight up. So, as good as that match was, it wasn't even the best match on the show. That belongs to Okada and Bryan Danielson, which should shock nobody because they're two of the best workers on the fucking planet. But to the Tiger Driver 91 spot, and the reason that I'm focusing on that in this video is, again, one, Will Ospreay barely protected Omega from dropping straight on his fucking head, which he did, and it could have ended fucking horribly. If he didn't tuck a little bit, if he didn't tuck enough, he lands right on the top of his head, compresses his full body weight down his neck, and we have a Shinjiro Otani situation where he's paralyzed, or a Draw situation where he's paralyzed, or something like that. Or worse, he breaks his fucking neck and dies. At some point, AEW wrestling in general has to realize this. Like indie guys too. Are you ready for a hard truth? Because I'm about to give it to you. It's not 1990s New Japan and All Japan anymore. Like the moves like the Tiger Driver 91, the Gonzo Bomb, the Burning Hammer, the what other move? Like those moves? The people that did them rarely did them. Do you know how many times Toshiaki Kawada actually did the Gonzo Bomb? Twice. Kenta Kobashi used the Burning Hammer 7 times in his entire career. Misawa used the Tiger Driver 91 5 times. Okay? 5 fucking times. Motherfuckers do that move now like it's a setup move to something bigger. There's nothing bigger than a move that drops a dude in the fucking head. Like, that should end the fucking match. And nowadays, it doesn't. The Tiger Driver used to end matches. The Burning Hammer was like, if Kobashi hit that, the match was fucking over. And if the Gonzo Bomb got brought out, you're fucked. That's what those matches were. Nowadays, those moves are setups to something that's supposed to be more devastating. And that's a problem because guys are doing more ridiculous shit in their matches. And it's gonna lead to somebody getting fucked up. Really fucking bad. AEW had botches for days, and they didn't even have like guys doing Gonzo bombs. Like guys were botching fucking regular suplexes and dropping people. Like there was a discussion I was in about the Steiner screwdriver that Devin Storm, aka Crowbar, brought up. That he trusts Scott Steiner to do it, but he took it, but it still fucking fucked him up a little bit because, like, how do you fucking do that and move safely? Like, the tombstone is dangerous. Steve Austin will tell you that. Sit out tombstone broke his fucking neck, left him fucking paralyzed briefly in the middle of his match with Owen Hart. And Owen Hart's one of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet. One of the best wrestlers to ever walk the planet. And he fucked up a move and left the guy injured. Shortened Austin's career. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the best workers to ever do it. And was one of the safest guys in the business. He made one fuck up and it almost crippled a guy. You know, D'Lo Brown had a reputation for being good in the ring, or at least solid. He fucked up and draw slipped out of his hands. And you saw what happened there. D'Lo was never the same after that. Never the same after that. Even though Draws more than forgave him. But he was never the same guy after that. It affected him for the rest of his career. You know, you can't have like these guys doing this shit. And it goes back to if you don't know how to do a move, Will Ospreay, don't fucking do it. Because again, you let go of Kenny Omega's arms. And that was like literally a couple seconds or a rotation away from being a tragedy in the fucking ring. It's not the 90s anymore. It's not All Japan. The Dr. Bomb isn't necessary. The fucking back drivers shouldn't be done like they're being done now. The Tiger Driver 91 should be brought out every fucking match. Like, stop it. If you want to use the Burning Hammer as a finisher, you're free to do it. But again, it should be a finisher, not a setup to other shit. You know, wrestlers out there, seriously, think about what you're doing in your matches and don't do something that's going to get you or the other guy killed or crippled. Anyway, my thoughts on the show. It was alright. It was okay. It wasn't as good as last year's. Okada being Okada, you know, Tanahashi and MJF stunk. Not because of Tanahashi. MJF's act is getting old as fuck, and something needs to change because he's boring as fuck, and I can't with him anymore. Willow Nightingale is literally the best babyface in wrestling on the women's side. Like, she's that fucking... Like, she has this fucking infectious energy that you can't help but, like, get into. This positive energy coming off her, and it just makes her, like, the best white meat babyface since, like, Dusty Rhodes. Like, she's that person. And, like, I love her for it. What else was on this show? Everything else was just there. I mean, CM Punk and Satoshi Kojima was good because it was Kojima and Punk. So, listen, the Bucks match, I don't give a shit. I didn't care at all. They've wrestled 50 times already, and I'm over it. Omega and Ospreay. My rant about the Tiger Driver spot was good. It was way too long, and I think they were both trying to go for the Muda scale as far as blood when they got busted open. They failed spectacularly on that. The Jericho match, I didn't give a shit. I'm over Jericho. Like, if him and the Elite leave AEW, that company will be better off without any of those fucking people. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck. People get mad at me. You can come at me in the comments or whatever about Jericho. If you want to ride his dick, ride his dick. But he's not good anymore. He only cares about himself. It's obvious. Sammy Guevara should turn babyface. So, speaking of turns, the heel turn that some people were asking for because he sucks as a babyface, Jungle Boy turned heel after losing to Sonata in a match that should have only gone 20 seconds. However, it went like 10 minutes. Sonata won. Jungle Boy turned on Hook. It'll lead to a feud between those two that nobody wants to see. And a heel turn where the heel can't talk on a fucking microphone. So, I don't know what the fuck you're going to do with that. Please, God, just don't give him a mic. Like, give him cue card. No, wait, Sammy Guevara's doing the cue cards. Just, please, God, don't let Jungle Boy talk. He can't talk. Don't let him. He can't talk. He doesn't want to talk, and that's the worst part. He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't care about cutting promos. He's a waste of roster space. Cut his ass loose. And then you've got Okada and Danielson. Again, match of the night. Those two brought it. They were great. Okada's great. Danielson's great. Enough said about that. What more can you say about those two? They're fucking two of the best in the world. Point blank, period. So, that's all I've got today. I'm going to get off here. I got a doctor's appointment coming up I got to go to. So, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And if you wrestle, don't do crazy shit in the ring. Peace.